the exam monster. It ate reading, spat out drills, scores, and test prep. Blah. In her wonderful book, The Book Whisperer, Donalyn Miller says, endless test prep is the number one reason that students come to my class hating to read. They don't think test prep is one kind of reading. They think it is reading. Not that exams are intrinsically bad, but now learners hear reading and they think test prep, and nobody likes test prep. Tests and exams are hurdles, they're gates, they're obstacles, they are dragons to be slain. But communicative power is the prize. The ability to speak and write and communicate with power, this is the prize, this is the goal. And reading is not test prep. Pleasure reading is actually play, and big readers communicate better. So English learners, if you want to speak better and enjoy English and even do better on your tests, then read a lot for pleasure. And English teachers, if we want our learners to speak better, to enjoy English more, and even do better on tests, then we need to encourage them and inspire them to read a lot. So what is the evidence for this claim? Well, research shows the effects of extensive reading prove to be positive across all included language domains. This is a quote from Sangers et al., Learning a Language Through Reading, a meta-analysis of studies on the effects of extensive reading on second and foreign language learning, Educational Psychology Review. That's a long title, but look at the quote. This is the summary of the whole article. Research shows the effects of ER prove to be positive across all included language domains. So in this meta-analysis, they looked at 73 studies in 82 classes, and they asked one basic question: does extensive reading actually work? And of course, the answer is yes. And the data also tells us how we can make extensive reading work even better. So let's look at some of the benefits that come out of this meta-analysis. Benefit number one: extensive reading expands vocabulary. Extensive reading significantly grows a learner's word knowledge. Benefit number two: extensive reading boosts comprehension. Frequent text exposure speeds up automatic word recognition and overall reading fluency. Benefit number three: extensive reading builds autonomy, lowers anxiety, and increases intrinsic motivation, especially when we let learners choose the stories and books that they want to read. Benefit number four: this meta-analysis shows that extensive reading yields positive effects on students' speaking and listening skills. So the idea here is that input through reading boosts output. Input improves output. And benefit number five: extensive reading elevates writing. Students who read big show measurable improvements in writing abilities. Big readers are good writers. Again, the input of reading helps boost the power of output. So in light of these five benefits, what are three things that we can do? What are three actions that we can take? Action number one: we need to match the text to the reader. So level right text and books and stories triple the learning gains. In this research, they showed the importance of the level right text that actually tripled the learning gains. So learners need to know about 98% of all the words on every page so they can enjoy and read with pleasure and also guess unknown words from context. Action number two: we need to track reading with weekly goals, with word count logs, or possibly quick quizzes. So we know this. We know readers read more when reading amount is tracked. And action number three, which is a bonus: big readers have topics, ideas, and stories to talk about. We don't want to just give learners drills and comprehension questions about readings. We want to encourage them to talk about what they're learning. And hopefully we're giving them interesting and inspiring, motivational, powerful stories for them to read so they want to talk about them. For example, you can do the 2-minute story chat. What are you reading? Is it good? Why or why not? All right, so in conclusion, big, enjoyable, easy reading builds vocabulary power, comprehension and motivation, listening, speaking, and writing skills. So what? What's the big deal? So learners, start big, easy, enjoyable reading today. And teachers, curriculum coordinators, directors, principals, national education ministers, start an extensive reading program today.